Hello friends. In the previous video, we looked at how to enable multi-factor authentication for our AWS account. In this video, we will be looking at how to create IAM user and IAM group. So let's get started. First, let's see what is IAM. AWS IAM or Identity and Access Management is a web service that helps us securely control access to AWS resources. With IAM, we can centrally manage permissions that control which AWS resources users can access. We can use IAM to control who is authenticated and authorized to use resources. Now, let's see what are IAM identities. An IAM identity provides access to an AWS account. An IAM identity represents a human user or programmatic workload and can be authenticated and then authorized to perform actions in AWS. Each IAM identity can be associated with one or more policies. Policies determine what actions a user, role, or member of a user group can perform on which AWS resources and under what conditions. Different IAM identities are root user account. So when we first create an AWS account, we begin with one sign-in identity that has complete access to all AWS services and resources in the account. This identity is called AWS root user account. This root user can be accessed by signing in with the email address and password that we use to create the AWS account. Next is IAM user. So IAM user is an entity that we create in AWS that represents the person or service that uses the IAM user to interact with the AWS resources. So these users are simply identities within our AWS account that have specific custom permissions. For example, we can create an IAM user and give them permissions to create an S3 bucket. IAM users have long-term credentials and they can use to access AWS those credentials to access AWS using the AWS Management Console or programmatically using the AWS CLI or AWS APIs. Next are IAM user groups. So an IAM user group is an identity that specifies a collection of IAM users, and we can't use a IAM user group to sign in into the AWS console. We can use groups to specify permissions for multiple users at a time. Groups makes permissions easier to manage for large sets of users. For example, we can have a group named administrators and give that group the types of permission that an administrator would be required. Next is IAM roles. An IAM role is an identity within our AWS account that has specific permissions. It's similar to an IAM user but isn't associated with any specific person. We can temporarily assume an IAM role in AWS Management Console by switching roles. Don't worry, I will be uploading a video with explaining all of these IAM identities, but for now, let's move forward. So let's make our first IAM user. The first step is to log in into our AWS root user account. So let's quickly log in into our root user account. So we have successfully logged in into the AWS account, and now we have to navigate to IAM. I am able to see the IAM here. If you are not able to see it here, you can quickly search it in the search bar above, and you can navigate to IAM from the search bar. Just click on this IAM, and we have landed on IAM dashboard. Now we have to create users. So from the left hand side menu, we will go to users. Click on users. As of now, we don't have any users associated with this AWS account, so there are no resources to display, as you can see the message here. So we have to create a user. So now we will simply click on this create user. Now it is asking us to give a username. So we can provide any you can provide any username that you like. I will be providing it username admin path, and I will check this box provide user access to AWS management console, because I want to I want this user to also access the AWS management console. And right now I don't have any user in I don't want to specify this user in identity center. I will simply select this I want to create an IAM user. Next we have to set a password. So I will be creating a custom password for my IAM user. Please make sure you remember this password. And then uh, I am also checking the box users must create a new password at next sign in, which is recommended. So let's uncheck this box, because I don't want to create a new password at the next sign in, because I have already provided my custom password. I am good with that password only. So I will not I will uncheck this box, and then simply I will click on next. So now it is we have landed on set permissions page. So uh, there are three permission options: add user to a group, copy permissions, and attach policies directly. So let's create a user group, because we don't have permissions from any permissions that we have created and uh, attached to any group or user. So we can't copy any permissions, and also I don't want to attach policies directly. So I will create a group for so that we can use it in future also. Let's click on create group. So it's asking us to enter a user group name. So I will name the group name as administrators, because I want this user to be an administrator user with all the administrator access. So I will simply do that. Now in permission policies, I have to select the administrator access. You can also do this. So I will simply select administrator access, and then I will click on create user group. So you can also read the description here, that it provides full access to AWS services. So this is the administrator access policy. So you have to select this only, and then click on create user group. So now we have created a user group which is administrator, and the attached policies to administrator group are administrator access. Now uh, in order to add this user to administrator group, we have to check this administrator uh, user group, and then we will click on next. Now we have to review our details and then simply click on create. So user details I will be seeing, I will be confirming it, and you can also confirm it. So it is attached to administrator group. I don't want to give any tags, so I will simply click on create user. So now our IAM user has been successfully created, and this is my sign in URL, and this is my username and my password. I can also see. So I will simply download the CSV file, because that is a good way that AWS provides to store and remember all these three things, and also it will provide you with uh, some keys, so that will be required in future. So I will simply click on download CSV file, and I will store it in uh, I will simply create a new folder on desktop, and name it IAM users, and inside this folder I will be keeping this admin path credentials CSV file. So if you copy this and paste it in the browser, then we will be landed on the IAM user uh, login page, where we have to log in into the IAM user. And as you can see, account ID is already mentioned here, so you can use. Okay, so now we are automatically logged out of that root user account. So my IAM username was admin path, and the password that I set it for this account was, I am writing it. You have to write your own password and own IAM username, and then I will click on sign in. So we have successfully created an IAM user, and we are now inside the IAM user AWS management console. This is not our root account. This is our IAM user account. You can also see it here that IAM user is admin path, and account ID as it was as we saw in that login console. This was the account ID. So yes guys, we have successfully created an IAM user. You can also set up multi-factor authentication for this IAM user also, by following the same steps, like it is also uh, showing us that add MF for yourself. So we can follow the same steps as mentioned in previous video of uh, enabling multi-factor authentication for AWS account. Same steps should be followed for creating for enabling multi-factor authentication for this IAM user also. So I would also like to show you one more thing, that the next time when you will log in into your IAM user, how to log in into that, because uh, we saw that we can copy and paste that IAM using sign in URL into the browser directly, but what if we are using it we are not having that URL directly, and we have to sign in using this console, this screen. So we will simply click on IAM user, and then we have to enter our account ID. So where to find that account ID? So we will simply go to our CSV file that we created. So CSV file is this. So I will open this CSV file and copy the account ID, which I can see here in the, or I will simply copy this console sign in URL. You can also do the same and paste it in the browser. Now this is the account ID that we require. Otherwise, you can also simply simply enter this URL by copy and pasting the URL from your CSV file, and you will be landed on this page with your account ID already filled. As and if you want to go through this screen, you can follow the steps. This is your account ID. We'll also see how to create an account alias. So I'll click on next, then my IAM username and IAM password, and I will simply click on sign in. So we have logged in into our IAM console, because I have previously logged in that tab using IAM or when I was on IAM console. So now I will create an account alias. So my account alias, I want it to be uh, admin path only. So let's create this alias. So now you can see that account alias has been created. So it is admin path. Now if I again sign out of my AWS IAM user and log back in, and uh, you will be seeing this page. Click on IAM user, and now I will be entering my account alias, and then click on next. So my account alias and username are same. I have done this for simplicity purpose. You can choose any account alias that you like, and any IAM username that you want, that you have set while creating an IAM user. So next is the password, and then click on sign in. So uh, we have successfully signed in into the IAM user account. So that was all for this video. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you liked this video. Please like the video and subscribe the channel for more such videos. Thank you.